Oh yeah, what's your band name? Blink-180. Shoosh! I am absolutely ashamed with myself that I laughed at that, but nevertheless, here I am. I'm John Renton with my review WWE Raw from Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. A city rich in the history of professional wrestling, so many great shows throughout the years. Jim Crockett Promotions, Jim Crockett Sr., Jim Crockett Jr., and even some WCW pay-per-views and live events and television tapings and so much rich history. Some good moments, some bad moments, but the crowds were always hot. And now tonight, in the 20,200 seat capacity venue that was the Spectrum Center, they were set up for 7,500 people roughly. Now look, I get it. Wrestling as a whole is drawing some ratings and some crowd sizes. You know, some crowds that are pretty big and then some crowds that are kind of eh. And sure, WWE's getting a whole lot of money from the cock and the Fox deal and the Saudi deal and all that. They have more than enough money where they don't really need to sell a lot of tickets to make money and to just continue the revenue streams as far as their television shows go. But even if you take out the obstructed seats, even if, like, that puts it down to what, 16, 17,000, let's just say 15,000. That's still only half full. There was a time where even like 5-6 years ago, they would have mostly filled that place up. Whatever. The Raw theme is still ass. Absolute ass. I hate rap. Oh, rap is crap. Oh, I hate rap. I don't hate all rap. I just hate new rap. And whoever came up with this particular theme, they really need to never be allowed near a goddamn studio again. Well, at least they're not Kanye, because, well, let's be honest, Kanye West is a goddamn idiot that should be banned from polite society and from this planet. Shoot him up into a rocket without oxygen. There you go. So, it's the Judgment Day, and Dominic's here, and suddenly I had to go do laundry. I'm not kidding. I actually went and threw a load of laundry in while they were making their entrance, and when I came back, they were still making their entrance, because these entrances at times take forever. Now, Rhea... more on praising her here in a bit. She looks great. Priest looks great. I love Balor. He doesn't fit with this group, and I'm sorry, Dominic. He's never going to fit in wrestling, no matter how hard they try. He's Eric Watts. He's David San Martino. Somebody pointed out Scott Putski without the physique. Look, he's trying. Bless the guy. He's trying. He's not interesting. He's not good. At one point, Judgment Day, refers to people as dimwits. What are you guys, 12 from a 1980s coming-of-age story? You guys want to see a dead body? You guys want to see a dead gimmick? Here you go. Speaking of dead gimmicks, the OC, the only club that matters. Remember when the Bullet Club was refreshing, for about, 6 months in 2013? I know there are people who like the Bullet Club. I'm sorry, it's a ripoff of the NWO, the Click, all that stuff. And now it's gotten to the point where there's these Splinter Cell groups all over. Not even Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, but like Tom Clancy's Afterbirth, that kind of Splinter Cell. It just doesn't, it's not good anymore. It's not good. And of all the feuds that are continuing in wrestling, this is certainly one of them. Bless everybody for trying. Rhea has been one of the few standouts of this, but this feud, no, it's just not good. Dominic says he's this generation's Eddie Guerrero. Eddie now could wrestle better than him, and Eddie, unfortunately, has been dead for nearly 17 years. It's hard to believe that. And look, Dominic seems like a nice guy in interviews. Eddie obviously meant a lot to him. There is nothing that Dominic can do to make me be invested in anything he does. The only way is for him to just stop. Don't do this anymore. Styles refers to Dominic as this generation's Ellsworth. Great, let's bring up that guy. That guy, if you just look at some of the controversies he's been involved in, the guy was a meme that got a career out of it, a career he honestly didn't deserve, and then torpedoed that. But nevertheless, Carl Anderson tells someone to shut up. That's hilarious for a guy that said, they suck, bro, when, right after Daphne's death, and said, we're never, ever, ever going back. Wait, how many zeros you can add? Yeah, sure, I'm not under contract in New Japan. Let me just forget about this championship that I have. Which, let's be honest, the Never Openweight Championship doesn't mean all that much, but it just shows bad form on his side, bad form on New Japan for putting it on somebody that wasn't even under contract. Good job there. So, Carl Anderson and Finn Balor had a match, and great. Shades of 2013, not Shades of 2012, where Carl Anderson was a finalist in the G1 Climax, and that was pretty much the highlight of his singles run. Just look, the match. The only good thing about this match was during the melee, Rhea posts Gallows and picks him up on the floor and slams him. Gallows is not a small guy by any stretch of the imagination. Rhea is built like a brick house. She can move. She's talented. Very, very good. And her lifting Gallows, that was a big pop. That was one of the best. That was pretty much one of the few highlights on the goddamn show. She picked him up, did that. Rhea has absolutely shined, even though she had that scary brain injury a little bit earlier in the year and had not been wrestling all that much and now has just come back to wrestling on house shows. I'm glad they're keeping her appearances special. She got involved. She was one of the only talking points on the show. That was really cool to see. Great shit. Rhea is one of the top talents that WWE has. Easily. Man, woman, animal, vegetable, mineral, doesn't matter. She has absolutely just killed it in pretty much everything that she's been involved in. Some good and some Judgment Day. And Balor won. I don't care. I don't care one bit. Congratulations. You made me not care about Finn Balor. Gargano is saying that he's going to blow the whistle on Miz unless he tells the truth. Miz says he's going to go tell the truth. Then Miz is in the ring. Talks about Loomis. We don't talk about Loomis. No. Congratulations. It's now in your head. Where is Ciampa? Well, Ciampa's been missing. Actually, Ciampa's been injured according to Gargano. This was one of the worst, most unfunny segments WWE has done in a while. Well, you're going to tell the whole truth? And the real truth, and here's Truth. Look, good on Truth for coming back. Apparently, he's been on some house shows. The fact, he's going to be 51 pretty soon. Either late this year or early next year. And go on him because he basically looks the same as he did in 2001. But he mentioned something about Miz knocking mac and cheese. I don't really know because I don't know anything about North Carolina. I don't know who this is for. This is really bad comedy. And this is a waste of time. And then we get Truth versus Miz in a match that apparently we are either going to form Awesome Truth again or we are going with the aftermath of Awesome Truth. And they had a match where there was a distraction. By the way, the previous match had a distraction because Rhea picked up Gallows and popped the crowd. And also the melee and all that stuff. And Anderson got beat by a distraction because Balor beat him. But oh no, he would have won if it hadn't been for those meddling distractions and that damn Dom. But then somebody shows up in a cloak with gloves, and it's not Loomis, it's Gargano. Truth wins via roll-up. Second straight distraction finish of the night. And not the last one. So, we then have Kathy Kelly interviewing Candice. Thankfully, Candice didn't get to talk too long before Damage Control came in and beat Candice down, and the cameraman, apparently. And maybe he just was passing out from boredom because he had to listen to Candice talk. And then Elias and Riddle are backstage. They're going to have a feud at some point because Elias says, don't interrupt me again. But then Gable and Otis show up. Says, you're going to form a band. What is it? Blink 180. Shoosh. And I goddamn hate that I laughed at that. Because I don't like the shoosh thing at all. But that was funny. That was objectively funny. It was stupid, but it was the right kind of stupid. And that's pretty much it. It's going to be Gable and Elias later. I want to believe they're going to push Ali. I really want to, but I just don't buy it because I've been fooled before. I don't know what Seth is wearing. Whose closet did he raid? Seriously, why is Seth dressing like a cut-off lime otter pop? I don't get it. Ali versus Theory. Rollins joins commentary. Seth Pheasant Rollins. Whoa. They sing Rollins' theme a couple times during the match. This went a while. Theory is technically sound in the ring, but he's boring. I do not get it with Theory. I just don't at all. Seth distracts Ali, and Theory wins. Third straight distraction finish. Rollins then attacks Ali afterwards, goes to leave, and Ali apparently either teleported or ran through the crowd and phased through the crowd like he was a freaking Flash, but not Ezra Miller, because Ali's actually a good person. Ezra Miller deserves to be locked in jail. Whatever jail they qualify to be in, put him there. Goddamn piece of shit, and Warner Bros. Deserves to lose their ass with the Flash movie. So anyway, nevertheless, Ali attacks him from I don't know where, and the crowd was quiet. I mean, they popped a little bit for Ali. We've been beaten down repeatedly, wanting Ali to get pushed, and he's not. In this new regime, I know it's only been a few months. Like, I think we're just pretty much on 3 months right now. Yeah, there's a rebuilding period, but I don't know. There are certain things that aren't going to work, and speaking of JBL and Corbin, this ain't going to work. The wrestling world doesn't need this. The wrestling world has moved beyond the need for JBL. If this was 20 years ago, you'd be carrying my bags. You know, if it was 20 years ago or 25 years ago, you know what you'd be doing, JBL? Soaping up rookies in the shower, trying to bully them. You goddamn idiot. And then he talks about safe spaces. So does Graves. It's funny that Corey Graves talks about safe spaces when he vanity searches and attacks people, especially women, women wrestling fans. Doesn't so much go after guys. He goes after women, which is kind of fitting because he goes after other women, other than his wife. And speaking of, I'm glad that we haven't seen Carmella back on TV recently. JBL constantly keeps calling Kevin Patrick Shamrock. People are a little uncomfortable but a little surprised by this. The man did the goose step at a house show in Germany, not to draw heat. He did it because he's a goddamn racist bastard. And he probably really wanted to do that for real, but it's not a good idea to do that, especially in Germany. So, we had a Bayley and Bianca package. By the way, also Black Adam. 140 some odd million worldwide box office. Hopefully it'll have more good returns. They're going to need it because they spent a lot of money on that, especially the advertising. They should have spent more money on the script. Check out my review of Black Adam if you want to know. Not Edward James Olmos, not this guy, against 4 guys. Well, one of them was Sal Rinauro. Thankfully, he is fine after that incredibly scary ladder, bump, whatever the hell that was, at NWA 74. Edward James Olmos wins. Gable then faced Elias. Gable got pinned, and Otis tried to distract Elias, but Elias would not be denied. And, boy, Gable got pinned, color me shocked. And then Riddle comes down and saves him. So Riddle, who lost the U.S. Championship, or lost a match against Seth Pheasant Rollins last week, because Elias tried to get in the ring after Rollins kicked him. Now he's saving him. Don't know what's going on. And then Gallows, Anderson, and Styles are backstage. Remember when AJ Styles was seen as a phenomenal performer and one of the top guys, and now he's doing really bad comedy? Gallows, I have a revolution. I'm great with women. No, he's not, they say after he leaves, and then the next time he's hitting the nuts. Gallows and Anderson are 2 of the worst blights on professional wrestling, I just want to say. This is a colossal waste of money. A colossal waste of money. It's probably to keep AJ Styles happy, but it's a colossal waste of money. JBL being the clandestine individual that he is, this rebel harp, and Gargano and Corbin had a match. Boy, God, I wanted to care. Gargano's technically sound. Corbin is smooth, crisp in the ring, and he's safe. I don't have a reason to care about these guys. I don't have a reason. Gargano gets hit with the end of days after JBL trips him behind the referee's back. Another distraction-based finish. Bianca says she will leave. Leave Bayley Lane. She will destroy her. I must break you. Gargano is backstage. Miz says, "Hey, here's a get well card from me and Maurice," but he didn't even sign it. And Gargano says, "Either you tell the truth next week or I will." What's the truth? I don't know. Maybe we're gonna find out what's in Shane McMahon's lockbox. Finally, after almost 7 years. And Lashley and Bork package. So there we go. Okay, we feature that, and that's for Crown Jewel. I'll say right now for Crown Jewel, I will be missing reviewing that live and tweeting about that live because I will be working. I am not taking the day off to watch that. I will just catch up with it on demand. Because honestly, I'm not going to watch a Logan Paul Roman Reigns match live. So, Bayley makes her entrance at 7:29. We go to break. Bianca gets in the ring. It's around 7:36, 7:37 when the bell rings. Okay, so they're getting a little bit better, and they're giving them some time. It's Bayley versus Bianca, and I sense shenanigans, and we got shenanigans. Shenanigans! Bayley targeted the arm. Bianca kept coming back. They did big move trading. And an interference, a powerbomb. I am the table. Ookukachu. And then suddenly somebody dives right on everybody. Who the hell is it? They tried to make it like it wasn't Nikki Cross, but it was Nikki Cross. She's no longer Nikki Ash, which was a terrible gimmick. And then a KOD, but there's no referee. And then Nikki runs in and DDTs Bianca. 1, 2, because the second referee comes out in 3. And then Nikki attacks Bayley because she's all crazy now. You kind of torpedoed Nikki right there. I just want to say with the Nikki Ash thing. There's a lot of these gimmicks have been really bad and they've tainted a lot of these people. They might have Red Roostered her. Nikki is talented. She can make some stuff work. She could not make Nikki Ash work. This show just didn't click. It didn't. Anyway, agree, disagree what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.